What do we expect from the Jaguars now that Trevor Lawrence may be out? And that's the thing about Trevor Lawrence. He injured his knee, I think, against the Saints earlier this year, and he was back the next week. And he was on the injury report, and then he was off. And Doug Peterson talked about how the offense is still limited by Trevor Lawrence's knee injury. It's like, well, what knee injury? He's off the report. Oh, let's put it back on the report. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Trevor Lawrence is back on the injury report. Moving forward, will he play? Short week, Cleveland Browns, then Baltimore Ravens, Sunday Night Football. After that, they got 3 winnable games, even with C.J. Beathard. But here's the moment where it all just happens so fast. Like he got shot. Like, you know what I mean? Just like down. Like, what in the world was that? Well, he got stepped on and he fell, and then he twisted back, landed on it. It was just awkward. And I'm wondering if he hurt his knee too. The way he got bent backwards. I know those guys are very flexible, but that ankle injury, and apparently carts have been outlawed among with the many other things that have been outlawed in Florida. Carts are outlawed in Jacksonville because he had to make that long, slow walk to the x-ray room. That was kind of bizarre. And people are like, I'm thinking, does he just want to prove he can walk? Like, what's the point? That's why they have carts. You're clearly impaired. And if your ankle is injured, why are you putting any weight on it? Why are you testing your ankle on the way to get x-rays to see how much damage you've done to your ankle? There's no upside. Like, hey, you know what? Maybe it's not as bad as we thought. We're bringing you to the x-ray room to find out how bad it is. Well, you were able to walk back here, so maybe it's not as bad. Let's go find out what it is. It was just stupid. It was a great visual for the game, but it just was stupid. The Jaguars didn't put him on a cart and take him back there for his x-rays.
I saw something on Twitter that was like there were carts available and carts ready, but like he just appeared to wave them off. I think it was Ben Baby of ESPN that put that on Twitter last night, or whatever they call that website now. So I think that in some way that was his choice, but at a certain point, it's kind of like, you know, when you take the player's helmet from them. Like, dude, just get on the freaking cart, man.
Just do it.
Like, enough with this mess. Like, nobody thinks you're soft because you suffered what looked like a pretty serious injury on the field. Like, you're throwing down your helmet. You're in obvious pain. Like, let's just get you back there quickly and efficiently and let you get checked out. There's no shame in that. You know, I didn't like that. Well,
that's why.
Visual.
But Miles. That's why I thought carts weren't there. Like, carts are soft. Carts are woke. No carts in Florida. Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Carts are woke. That's what we got because they're in Florida. That was pretty funny.
All right. Yeah. There's nothing funny about the injury. There's nothing funny about that. They blew his brains out all over the Pacific. There's nothing funny about that. We're going to find out more this week about Trevor Lawrence starting tomorrow with their first injury report. And the news last night was kind of mixed. Sprained ankle, more testing today. And it kind of had that very ominous negative feel because of what we saw. But then Cameron Wolfe of NFL Media is putting out tweets about like kind of a jovial atmosphere, and in the locker room, he's talking to his teammates and people seem relieved or whatever, and he's standing without anything on his foot, and he's not using crutches. Well, then a few minutes later, they put a boot on his foot now, and he does have crutches. So, yeah, and the thing about sprained ankle, like, depending upon where it is, and if you watch the replay, he grabs lower on the ankle. Like, some ankle sprains can resolve pretty quickly. The higher it is, the higher the ligament damage is up the ankle, the longer it can take. But I've had an ankle sprain that, like, I couldn't walk one day, and by the next day, it's like, I'm fine. So, you know, and you know, Trevor Lawrence, well-conditioned athlete, large guy, and has shown he can play. He started 46 straight games. I'm not betting against him playing on Sunday. Now, will his mobility be affected? I don't know. But I'm not betting against this guy playing on Sunday.
I wouldn't either, at least at this point. I mean, we know that Trevor Lawrence is tough, right? I mean, as you mentioned earlier, you know, he had that knee injury and they were playing on the short week against New Orleans, and then he still went out there and played. So it's not like we haven't seen Trevor Lawrence play through certain things. It's just going to be, can he protect himself if he's out there? And sometimes when you're a quarterback and you have that ankle and, you know, it's just tough on you. And we've seen quarterbacks play through ankle injuries, right? I mean, Patrick Mahomes famously played through the high ankle last year on their way to winning a Super Bowl. So we know it's possible, but everybody is different, right? Every ankle is different. Every injury is a little bit different. So we'll have to see just the extent to what this injury is. But as you said, I mean, we don't know right now how bad it is. But if there's a chance that Trevor Lawrence can play on Sunday against Cleveland, I would bet that he's going to play.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. These next two games, critical for the Jacksonville Jaguars as they try to restore what was a clear path to the top seed. And now it's going to be a fight. Dolphins very happy, Ravens very happy about what happened last night because they're now in the driver's seat. Dolphins technically ahead by a little bit. They don't play each other, but we do have Ravens-Jaguars coming up Sunday Night Football in just about 12 days. Not just about, exactly 12 days. We'll see if Lawrence is back for that one or the Browns game before that. And you see the last three games, they should be able to win those games. But we'll see. Any given Sunday or Monday or Thursday or Saturday, these games still get played. Guys still want to go win, and the talent gap isn't so broad that the better team just shows up and wins by 30, as we see time and time again. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.